Some farewells are fleeting, some are permanent, and still others leave us gasping for air, like a question mark. Picture this: beholding a loved one who has been by your side through thick and thin, the provider of your offspring, and a collaborator in all your victories, now battling for his life. To be compelled to whisper farewell without knowing if it would be the final is unimaginable. When Mark Canwell's health crisis put Kelly Ripa in the most difficult position a woman can be in, she had to face the devastating truth, feeling conflicted about whether to hang on or release. You can't dismiss this as a tale involving a renowned couple. It's about the universally human experience of having one's love shaken by terror, of carrying the weight of resilience, but also of having one's choices reverberate across eternity. You might get a new perspective on your own life after hearing Kelly's tale, so hang on. Kelly and Mark were much more than television celebrities for many years. On a daily basis, they came to represent love. People in their 60s who watched All My Children when she first arrived remember how youthful and inexperienced their love was. With your help, you witnessed their development into responsible adults, parents, partners, and employees. Their marriage was a shining example of how it might endure the limelight. However, a private feud was simmering beneath the surface of the morning television laughing, and no amount of filming could quell it. Subtle warnings were mentioned by Kelly. Even after doing very easy things, Mark would feel exhausted. Things that aren't major at first, the kind that you might chalk up to becoming older. Yet love makes one more perceptive. Something was off, and Kelly knew it. This is immediately apparent to couples who have been together for many years. She thought it was important for him to seek medical attention when he wasn't acting himself. Until he realized he couldn't continue to fight, he did so. In the blink of an eye, a doctor's words can completely upend a family's life. Kelly remembered the space. Brutal, scientific, and yet irreplaceable. It wasn't only a medical diagnosis. It was an emotional one as well. Plans, timelines, and aspirations had to be bent in order to ensure survival. Anyone who has ever sat in a similar setting before a doctor breaks bad news knows the weight of that moment. Kelly made her first admission. The possibility of having to say farewell crossed her mind. There is no other location like the IQ. Hope feels fragile, as time slows and murmurs become louder. Kelly detailed the antiseptic odor, the calm urgency of the nurses, and the continual beeping of the devices as she walked along the corridors. The time seemed to slip away with each stride. The news she wasn't prepared to hear may be waiting for her at any doorway. Throughout it all, Mark remained steadfast. Trapped by his medical equipment, her spouse fought in silence. Despite their training, doctors' words can nevertheless cut. A choice may be required of Kelly, she was informed. A more direct route with less pain and more uncertainty in outcomes, or a more aggressive one with more. Anyone who has ever shook hands while signing a consent form knows the terrible weight of having to make a decision on behalf of someone you care about when you would give anything to not have to. Kelly was devastated. Love, she came to understand, can be both a fighter and a let-goer. As Kelly kissed her husband on the forehead, she spoke the words no spouse ever wants to hear. I will be fine if you have to leave. After the fact, she openly acknowledged it, and her voice quivered. Giving up wasn't an option for her. It was the most innocent kind of love. If things got too tough, she told him he could stop fighting. As if caught between selfish hopes and selfless love, many viewers have muttered a goodbye. Mark squeezed Kelly's hand in what seemed like their last moments together. Shy and shaky, but purposeful. He was unprepared to leave. He was not bidding farewell. His response was that precarious hold. I have more work to do. Now the fight would continue, and battles don't end with one moment of bravery, so Kelly broke down into tears, split between relief and terror. Kelly described nights when machines played lullabies instead of praying and when the number of hours of sleep was outnumbered. As he breathed, she remained at his side, taking comfort in the fact that he was making progress. Those who have sat in hospital bedsides recliners may find this picture all too familiar. Worship entwined with weariness. When everything appeared to be in order, the alarms went off. Healthcare professionals hurriedly entered. As the medical staff battled to stabilize Mark, Kelly was sidelined. It was like being a helpless spectator in your own life, she said. She felt, this is it. For an instant, I was afraid this would be the farewell. Suddenly, the monitor mysteriously leveled out once more. This place still had him. Still, her emotions were scarred by the ordeal. When faced with adversity, love transforms into action. Kelly worried that she was putting him through too much stress by making him fight an impossible battle. She said that she debated whether to let the physicians alleviate his pain or prolong it. This is the delicate balance between loving and losing, between protecting and pressuring, and it is a source of quiet suffering for many caregivers. Mark had confided in Keith many years ago on a peaceful night at home. In an emotional confession that has captivated people all over the world, Kelly Ripa revealed a tragic chapter in her life. She revealed that she had to say a tearful goodbye to her husband, Mark Consuelos, as he faced a battle that forced the couple to make a difficult decision. The television host, who is often lively and funny, disclosed the harsh reality of witnessing her spouse go through a battle that resulted in the disruption of their marriage, their family, and their perspective on life. Kelly, who is well known for her unwavering charm on the morning talk show Live with Kelly and Mark, confessed that even her signature sense of humor was not enough to protect her from the gravity of the situation. It's the most difficult thing imaginable, she admitted. When the person you love the most is going through a struggle that you are unable to manage, it is difficult to maintain your strength. Tears just come out of nowhere. The actor Mark Consuelos, who is well known for his appearances on the television shows All My Children and Riverdale, has always exuded a sense of self-assurance and resilience. In spite of this, the couple was forced to make excruciating choices behind the scenes, choices that no family ever wants to have to make. Kelly noted that the fight put them through a test on an emotional and spiritual level as they considered the various treatment options, changes in their lives, and the influence on their 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. Kelly acknowledged that the most challenging aspect was the lack of assurance. At some point in your life, you will have to let go of the life you had imagined you would have and come to terms with the path you are currently on. This farewell, she explained, was not only about Mark's health, but also about the lifestyle, routines, and ambitions that they had once envisioned for themselves. The conflict, albeit being challenging, also brought the pair closer together. Mark's bravery was hailed by Ripa as nothing short of inspiring, and she revealed that his resilience inspired her to keep going even when she felt like she couldn't take it anymore. The words "Mark never gave up" came out of her mouth as she shared them. He was able to find reasons to smile even on the most difficult of days. That instilled hope in me. In the aftermath of Kelly's emotional admission, her supporters were ready to express their love and support her. Messages complimenting her honesty and asking prayers for Mark's recovery swamped social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. A great number of followers expressed their own personal experiences of love, sorrow, and perseverance, stating that Kelly's comments provided them with solace. Kelly's candor has thrown light on the toll that such struggles take, not just on the individual fighting, but also on the family that surrounds them. While the specifics of Mark's battle remain private, Kelly's openness has exposed the toll that such challenges entail. She underlined the significance of leaning on support networks, which can range from close friends to medical professionals, as well as the strength of faith and the power of positive in the healing process. Even though they are crying, Kelly and Mark continue to have optimism over the future. They have treated each day as a gift and placed the importance of family above all other considerations. When you've been through something like this, every hug, every laugh, and every meal that you share becomes sacred, Kelly added. Fans are reminded by her touching story that love has the ability to carry people through the most difficult struggles, even in the greatest of times when they are experiencing heartbreak. The parting of ways may have been difficult for Kelly and Mark, but it has also resulted in the development of a more profound appreciation for life, a more robust connection between them, and a revitalized spirit.